Your misery is the evidence that better things are coming, that you deserve even better. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever your 3D or circumstances look like right now, it is just the evidence that better things are coming. And in today's video, I'm not only giving you a really good example and picture of this, I will give you the exact blueprint on how to flip your misery into probably the best thing that ever happened to you and how that works. I had an amazing call today with one of my clients, and she is currently suffering from sadness because she went through a breakup a year ago. She was doing her inner work in the past year. She tried to move on, but she couldn't really do that. She was still holding on. She was still very hopeful that they can still end up. And up until today, or even up until today, and even though she worked on herself, he never wanted to commit to her. And she also already did the work of mapping out her dream relationship, what kind of man she wants to date. And while doing that, she realized that he is actually not exactly like the guy or the man she wants to have in her life for long term. He's not the dream guy she actually wants to have by her side. And yet she cannot let go. So she asked me what she can do about it, because she is aware of the fact that he is not, the perfect man or the man of her dreams, but yet she cannot let go of him. And this is something I feel like we all have experienced at one point, and maybe you are doing too right now. And it is simply that even though we already start to create the new story, and we have a new vision in mind, we still feel like we don't deserve it. We still feel like this is not going to happen for us because this is not happening for us. So we feel like if we don't get, for example, the job, or in this case, the guy that is like in level 3 of our lives, we are not deserving of the guy that is in level 100. Guys, this is not about levels here, okay? It is about a match. Whether that's a job, whether that's a relationship or your partner, whatever you want to manifest has to match your energy like a puzzle, like pieces of a puzzle that create a whole picture. This is how we should view this. This is how we should watch out for these things and see, is this a fit? Is this the perfect match? Does he fit into my puzzle? And if he doesn't, oh, it's okay. It's totally fine. If not, we move on. But for some reasons, we always feel like if this is not happening for us, then this is not happening for us. But it's the exact opposite. Because this is not happening, we have space to get that. We have the room to actually become the person that has this and is with a guy or a woman that is like that and has this dream job and this apartment or this kind of life. We have the space to become exactly the dream version we have to become in order to have a life like that. That's all. It's not because we didn't get this, we don't get that. It's not like that. And we need to shift our perspective. We need to shift the way we view these things, because this is what keeps us staying in the loop. Holding on to the wish or the thought or the desire, the maybe we could work out. Maybe I am deserving of him and that makes me deserving of that. No, it's not about that. No. Relax. Calm down. Collect yourself. Start the inner work, and you will realize that this is so much more real than the thing that is not working out right now. It will make sense why this didn't work out. Like, it already made sense to her why they didn't work out. She just needs to let go of it. She needs to believe that the dream life she wants to live will be true. It is already on its way. She is deserving of that. It is her birthright to live that life. And the reason this didn't work out is because it wasn't a match. But this is a match. Whatever you desire, desires you too. So whether that's a person, whether that's a job, whether that's money in general, whether that's whatever, an apartment, a house, whatever. Whatever you desire, desires you too. You need to remember that. So there's probably a guy out there manifesting a woman like her and is thinking, why is it taking so long? Because she is just keeping and staying in this loop where she doesn't even belong. Like, he's probably like, what the heck is my wife doing? What the heck is my future wife doing right now? Why is she not here yet? Well, she was just busy looping. And it's probably the same case for you. Your dream job is waiting for you. Your dream career is waiting for you to finally be like, oh, okay, sorry, I was just a little bit distracted. You have to make yourself ready for what you want. And I know I keep saying it is work, it is inner work, but it's not like you have to climb a mountain every single day. You do little things every single day, whether that's mirror work, whether that's a meditation, whether that's journaling. You pick your tool that fits you, that might be a little bit uncomfortable for you in the beginning. So you kind of, get out of the loop, get a little bit uncomfortable, create a new you in the beginning, and you do that for a minimum of 30 days. And then you can add another tool or another, affirmation or meditation. You make it bigger and bigger and bigger until you get to the point. I also explained to her that, it is almost like when we were back in school, there was a time when we graduated. And now we are not like still studying for the math exams because we don't have to take any exams anymore. Once we graduated, we were focused on the next. We weren't focused on, oh, I wish I could go, back to class, or I would still show up in my old school going for classes. We didn't do that. We weren't allowed to do that anymore. And so instead of just staying in the loop, instead of constantly going back to the things that you've already grown out of, we need to tell ourselves to not do that anymore. We need to tell ourselves we have graduated from that. We're now in a different phase in our lives. Whatever happened in the past, we can still look back to and be proud of ourselves for going through whatever we had to go through. That's totally fine. We are not going to abandon the past in the way that we ignore its existence. But instead of just going back all the time in our minds and manifesting old things happening in our reality today, we just shift the focus on the future and be able to really see a new here now. She also asked me, if we keep focusing on a new future, don't we miss out on beautiful moments in the here now? And I thought that was a beautiful question, a very valid question. So the thing is that when we manifest, when we envision like a future that's a little different from us, that's elevated from the here now, we do that so we can see the here now even more clear, even better. So we shift the focus because we're in a completely different energy. We are so much more relaxed. If we keep telling ourselves everything I want is already here, all the money that I want to earn is already in my bank account, we make ourselves so much more relaxed that we get to actually enjoy the day-to-day miracles that are happening around us even more. We are so much more looking out. We are looking out way more for the positives. We are looking out for miracles in a completely different way than when we are so desperate or when we are sad. It's not about, being delulu to a point where we cannot live lives anymore. It's the exact opposite. You need to love yourself so much that you do the work and you're so excited for your future. It feels like it's already here. It's so normal for you to think in that way. It's so normal to act in that way, even though you're not 100% there yet, maybe. Your 3D is still shifting. But you have to love yourself enough to see the here and now in the way of excitement, of happiness, of relaxation, of joy, like in that sense. So we do the work to keep us further away from the old story to get to a very beautiful, neutral, loving reality. Like, it will become normal. Everything will normalize. Everything will happen for you. One day you will be like, oh, yeah, I did that. That's right. There was a time I wasn't able to drive a car, and now for me it's so normal every day to drive in my car. I got my driver's license so many years ago. I don't even think about the lessons I had anymore, like very rarely. And at one point, that was all I focused on. Of course, I was desperate to have a driver's license. I was desperate to be able to drive a car. But now I'm so relaxed doing it because I've been doing it for so long. It became a normality. We don't even think about the rest anymore. And so everything else you want and everything you desire, you already pretend like it's already here for you to be able to enjoy your here and now even more. Whatever circumstances come up, whatever obstacles come up, I mean, we are still human, of course, but you don't see them. You don't go into panic mode immediately. You see the obstacle. You're so much more relaxed. You find easier solutions because you keep asking yourself, if I truly and deeply love myself, if I'm in my power, what would I do? How would I resolve this? How would I act or react? Would I even react? What would I do if I truly love myself? If I'm in my power, what would I do? So you make healthier decisions in your here and now because you're already connected to the life that you want to live. You already act like it. It is just helping you with your here and now. So it's not in your way. It's not, taking anything away. It's actually making everything so much more magical and beautiful and easy and effortless for you. But of course, we have to do a little bit of work every day, but it is fun work. It's not like work, over hours and night shifts in that sense. It's simple ways, things you enjoy doing that help you to get there. Whether that's, a nice, lovely meditation, or what I did today, instead, standing in front of a mirror and telling yourself beautiful things like that you love yourself, that you're proud of yourself. So you really just create intimacy with yourself. You have fun with yourself, and also don't forget to have a life. You find new hobbies, you do whatever you enjoy because you love yourself so much. It is it's a priority to you to live a good life, to have fun, and you relax even more. You relax even more when having fun, when you live your life, when you're busy living your life. You don't have time to think about the past. You don't have time to cry over a relationship that wasn't going to be a long-lasting relationship anyway after a year. You don't do that. When you have your life, when you think about, you totally have your life together, you're happy, healthy, you live an abundant life. Do you even need to ask the question if you're still sad about a guy from your past where the relationship didn't even work out? The time that has passed since the breakup is longer than the actual relationship was. Like, it's not important anymore. It doesn't matter. And she was already at the point knowing that this is true, knowing that it will not matter in the future. She was like, yeah, I wouldn't even think about it. Like, I would still be nice if they reached out, but in a friendly, normal way, but I wouldn't even bother anymore. I'm like, exactly. And you need to get to the point so it doesn't bother you, so you don't go back to the old circles, so you don't get your hopes up again. You don't want your hopes up again because you want this so much more. You need to want this so much more. You have to allow yourself to want that even more. You deserve it. You really deserve it. And you don't need me to tell you this. You don't need anyone else but you to keep telling yourself that you deserve this. You will have this. It is already yours, babe. It's already yours. So go and get it.